Hello and welcome to the Stronghold Digital Mining Daily Update. Today is Monday, November 27th, 2023. Okay, so it's kind of late, but we're going to get this update in. And I think this update's important because we're going to talk just so very briefly about what I think has the potential to be a very interesting next couple of weeks. So I'm kind of setting the tone here for the next couple of weeks, right? What we are most looking forward to is any additional news release by Stronghold Digital Mining that has to do with its carbon capture initiative. We already know there's going to be an investor day, an analyst day, right, on Tuesday, December 12th, 2023, at the NASDAQ market site in New York City, New York, right? And that's going to be a really big deal. But the potential exists for there to be a news release before then, outlining additional information as it relates to this carbon capture initiative, which is starting to take place at the Scrubgrass Waste Mine Reclamation Facility in Western Pennsylvania. That, I think, in my opinion, can be a very, very big catalyst. Now, a counterbalancing catalyst is the fact that it's the end of the year and there could very well be a lot of tax loss selling, right? So maybe those two things kind of balance themselves out. What I do think is noteworthy, however, and this is why I think it bears repeating that the next couple of weeks here, we're going to keep our eyes on the price of Bitcoin. Here's why. I do not watch CNBC on TV, but it just so happened that I heard CNBC while in my vehicle through the magic of SiriusXM satellite radio, and I heard more than one commentator indicate that in their professional opinion, Wall Street market sentiment had begun to shift, and that perhaps peak inflation is being already priced in, peak interest rates are being priced in, and that the market is starting to now slowly but surely set its sights on rates coming down sometime in early 2024, potentially as early as March of 2024. That's very interesting. So bear in mind, right, that Stronghold Digital Mining, we are subject to market forces that are beyond our control. Yes, we can control stuff like the carbon capture initiative for the most part. We cannot control larger macroeconomic forces that can move our stock either up or down. The fact that interest rates may have the potential to come down and that the market is beginning to believe more and more that the Fed will, in fact, start easing up on rates starting next year, that potentially can be a huge, huge catalyst for the equity markets as a whole, of which Stronghold Digital Mining is a part, right? Shares of Stronghold, right, are not going to trade. It's unlikely that shares of Stronghold Digital Mining are going to trade in a manner that's radically different than the market. And let me explain what I mean by that, right? If we see the market generally starting to go up, right, Bitcoin starting to go up, and we've already kind of seen this, right? Shares of Stronghold Digital Mining, generally speaking, are going to kind of go up with that general market move. Right now, look, to be fair, we both know there's a huge valuation gap that has existed for quite some time as it relates to shares of this company, right? When compared to our peers in the publicly traded Bitcoin mining ecosystem. And maybe for some that's a bit controversial, but whatever. Hey, it is what it is, okay? I am in the camp that believes that we probably should be trading closer to 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe even $17 a share, right? To quote the price target set not by me, but rather by Chase White over at Compass Point Research. This is a bona fide Wall Street investment research firm. Hey, Chase believes, in his professional opinion, the price target of this company is $17. We're trading at about $4.20, give or take a little bit. So, I think if we were to start trading at the very least closer to a price target that's been established, right, as of right now, this isn't contingent on a bazillion different things happening. It's just like, hey, right now our price target is 17. That's a big deal. We're at four and change. So my point is, okay, I think we've got a lot of catching up to do. If we have some positive macroeconomic factors like rates starting to come down, perhaps investor sentiment as it relates to Bitcoin starting to turn, maybe people starting to think, hey, in early January of 2024, there's a really good chance that a spot Bitcoin ETF might get approved. Hey, that's maybe very positive, ideally, hopefully, right? We all want to be positive about this. Hey, this could be very good for Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. It could be very good for hash prices. All of these things coming together, we might start to see, the price of our stock move higher. The biggest thing that could pull our share price lower at this point would be something specific to us. Hey, the carbon capture initiative is a complete failure. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. Oh, and by the way, we had to shut down one of our power plants indefinitely. Okay, yeah. Some hypothetical situation like that is going to implode the stock price, right? No doubt about it. What else? Well, hey, what if you have some massive macroeconomic event? I don't want to get into speculative territory here, but something really bad, right? That affects, financial markets, or something really bad that affects the psyche of the nation, where, hey, that could have a negative impact on equity prices. That's outside of our control. I mean, yes, we could have a situation, right, where, hey, end of year tax loss selling, sure, yeah, that may, put a bit of a damper on the stock price. But at this juncture, really outside of those things, and I don't foresee there being any major issue with our company specifically. I don't, knock on wood, foresee there being any systemic shock to the financial system. It could always happen, right? But hopefully not. You know what I mean? Yeah, so the one thing that's left is tax loss selling at, year-end tax loss selling. Hey, it happens. But then once the new year begins, it's a brand new ball game. So I know that's a bit convoluted. Hey, I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things. You take a 4-day break from this, and it's like you start to get rusty. So imagine, it's just one of those things where you gotta be in the game every day, practically, right? Okay. With all of that said, hey, let's stay positive. Let's continue to be great. Hey, work on Scrivener. Scrivener is the tool that I happen to be using to create Scarlift. Work on Scarlift, right? My National Novel Writing Month project is ongoing. I'm almost done. It's really, really exciting. And yes, I'm using a tool called Scrivener. Awesome writing tool. Okay, with all of that said, let's stay positive. Let's be great. And we'll see each other again tomorrow.